So in this one, I'm going to go with you have one Bitcoin, um, price currently at 63,000. Um, you want a little more room to run. You're like a little more profit there, but you want to protect yourself to the downside. Um, so in this, the max is at 80,000. Um, so we can go ahead and let's sell for about right about 4,000. So this means our max upside is 80,000. So we have another 17,000 up from here, 25% ish. Um, so like I said, this is for one Bitcoin. You already have owned this one Bitcoin. So now if price goes above $80,000, technically you're supposed to sell that person the Bitcoin for $80,000. Often you can roll it to another month. If you got in that situation, talk to me. I can help you get out of it. But now you have just currently from where you're at, if you didn't want to do anything, price is currently at 63,000. You just got 4,000 to sell an $80,000 call against your position. Um, so between now and December 31st, I mean, price ends up at $79,990. You get to keep this $4,000, keep your full Bitcoin. And so basically, it takes that cost of your Bitcoin from 63,000 and takes it down to about 59,000. So, I mean, you've reduced your risk already there. But now what we can do is we have, you're basically adding up the deltas. Um, so you want to go about 50 delta to the downside. So it would be really you just don't want to pay for it. So if 80,000 to the max upside, so 25% max upside, it's close enough. We do another 10% to the downside at 56,000. So, and we'd be paying an extra $300, but basically our max to the downside is 56,000. Our cap on the upside is 80,000, so we have 25% move up and a max 10% move down, and we paid for $436, $430 for it. We didn't pay very much for it. So it basically gives you coverage in that area. And if you're wanting to lock in profits, if you see bearish divergence setting up, if just several different things that would show you that it's time to take profit, or you wanted to reduce risk a little bit, this is a way you can reduce some risk, especially on some of the ones that have like 100,000 that are on the real side are actually, I think on Ledger X actually has bids. You can legit do that. Um, and so now basically you're long, and if you wanted to, I mean, I wouldn't do it to have it on here, but similarly, like if you bought like a naked call and say you bought like a $48,000 call and price got to here, you could similarly do the same thing and basically use that deep in the money call as a spot position. So a deep in the money call kind of acts like a spot position That's generally what leaps are, but leaps are long term, so that shorter term time frame stuff doesn't affect it as much. So when we're selling the $80,000 December 31st one Bitcoin call and using that proceeds to almost fund the entire $56,000 put, all except for maybe $400. We're essentially capping our upside to 80,000, but technically your break even is really what you sold this for, but since you bought the other side. So I mean, if it had got to a point where it ran past 80,000, there's something I can help you out with, I would happily do it. But and you can use fib targets for all this stuff and different things, but just wanted to get that out there.